And I think that counts as going live. And welcome to this bonus content, double disc, DVD, extra disc rate. Thanks to our friends at National Liquor News and Bars and Clubs who have asked us to answer a few questions. And that's what we do here at the Whisky Roundtable, is answer the very big questions after a big week of whiskey. But fortunately this week we don't have to come up with the answers of the questions because the questions have been asked and we will come up with the answers. But my name is Scott Fitzsimons and I'm already stuffing this up, so I'm going to pass it to the other people who are going to very quickly introduce themselves.
G'day guys, I'm Alex Dahlenburg. I am the the New South Wales Operations Manager for the Speakeasy Group. I look after Milne, Nick and Nora's, Eau de Vie and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And I am a self-confessed whiskey freak.
I'm Matt Bailey, National Ambassador for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. I look after all of our lovely members who enjoy a single cask strength whiskey from the Society around Australia.
I'm Andy Milne. I look after I'm brand manager at South Trade. Look after our whiskey portfolio and agave, including Buffalo Trace, Old Pulteney, Annock, Paul John, and many more.
I can't believe you left off Speyburn. Anyway.
So the questions do come from National Liquor News and Bars and Clubs tonight, two fantastic publications from the Intermedia Group. Intermedia also run things like the Shout and the Australian Liquor Industry Awards, and you might be familiar with the Australian Liquor Industry Awards. Oak Barrel reigning best bottle store in the country, 2019, 2017, 2016. The only bottle store to win it throughout the last 5 years, the only bottle store to be nominated every year in the past 5. How's that for a quick flex? And getting in definitely before we don't win it this year. But
can you shut up while I flex?
No. Absolutely enough flex.
Australian Liquor Industry Award Bar Manager of the Year and nominated 4 years in a row.
Is that a record?
No, probably not. took me 4 years to even get on the.
I was going to say, 25% hit rate there.
Yeah.
At least we're seeing it 60%. Okay, let's get this off now. I actually wanted this one might start with Milne first, because how did the roundtable start? I think it might have started with a text from you.
Yes, I missed going to the pub. Really, it was a simple fact. And I quite often bumped into you at various bars around the place, Scotty. And so the obvious choice was to call you up and say, why don't we do this, but basically create a pub at home? And yeah, it grew from there.
Easy. You sent me a text and I said, yeah, that's a bloody good thing to do because I've got nothing else to do that night. Let's get some other people involved. And then I think so. Then it was almost simultaneous text to Alex and Matt.
Yeah, I got a text message just going, hey, do you want to do some lives each week? And I was a little bit hesitant at first because I was like, oh, God, what are these guys going to get me into? I think it was the second week I joined after not being able to do the first week and been pretty much backing it up from there. So it's definitely been a lot of fun. And it got me through lockdown and we just kept it going because we've enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea was I was watching all the different brand ambassadors and people talking about their products each week, and it was great, but just seemed short-lived. So I think the idea of actually making it more of a conversation and a shared chat rather than a branded and sort of product-led thing, it seemed to make much more entertaining than me sitting and talking about Speyburn every week.
This sort of leads into the second question, which we've been asked to answer individually, and I think we've almost touched on that. But why did you get involved, and what did you like about the roundtable? I got involved out of pure boredom, and I like it because I get to make fun of Bailey in some quite significant and brutal ways, and he has to sit there and smile and take it.
Meanwhile, I collect all my sort of brutality points, and will deliver them to Scotty in one massive hit when the time comes. He'll know when that happens. It's okay.
It's going to be 1 week that he can't do it. That's just going to be all.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
So much.
I mean, but one of the things I like about Roundtable is just to echo Andy's comment. It's just this was a chance for 4 people in very different yet similar aspects of the liquor industry being able to come together and discuss different aspects of some of what goes on in it, and without being able to sort of say try my new product or come to my new bar or whatever. It was sort of a bit like let's discuss it without any sort of brand led discussion, without any sort of need to sort of spruik anything. It's a chance for us to be a bit more sort of I guess, open the curtain and see what's behind it all and see the machinations of what makes the whiskey industry and the booze industry run.
And we are so sorry to everyone who did open that curtain, look behind it and see Matt Bailey.
I was waiting for that. There it is.
It was one kimono too much, definitely.
And my answer to this question is purely just what happened there. The camaraderie between these gents and them allowing me to sit here and just giggle my head off at what goes on. And also shining the light on some amazing distillers and people in whiskey around Australia. We've even had international guests on, and the people and the support that has just come behind it has just been insane. So I'm very excited and grateful that I got that text from you guys, and I get to sit around and be an idiot and drink some whiskey every Wednesday.
Beauty. Question number 3. How is it going in terms of viewership numbers and engagement? Well, everyone else's parents are watching. My parents seem not interested. I don't know what I did to offend them or disappoint them. But
So I bring 3 views each week, and that is my mum and my grandma and my stepfather, and they all sit there on their iPads giving us 3 views per week.
I provide a mother-in-law on Facebook and a mother on YouTube. So I spread out the platforms.
no.
I think it's going really well in terms of viewers and engagement so far, because it's just been great to see, as Alex said, talk to the people behind it all. And it's just people are fascinated by what they do, and whether we're talking to distillers or cask brokers or whoever it is, or retailers, there's always something in there for everyone.
I think that's the ultimate signifier is, having Mark Westmoreland from, the Wolfburn Distillery in Thurso in Scotland, like tuning in almost every week, and people tune in and that they come back. I think that's really impressive.
Yeah.
In terms of numbers, though, we end up with anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000 views, I think, across all of the platforms.
Yeah.
And some of the nights will have anywhere between 20 and 100 plus comments, depending on how controversial and how many shots we've all taken.
And how many internet bots we've paid to bump up those numbers. And I know you hate me saying that, Alex, but I think the joke works because we definitely can't afford to pay it and other people are paying for it. So it works.
You just leave the little bots alone.
Yeah. Next question. How do you decide on the topic and direction of each stream?
I love these questions because it actually indicates that we've got our shit together.
There's normally a topic, but there's never any direction.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
We normally talk about a topic in a chat thread together for anywhere between an hour to a day before, and then go right. This is what's going to happen tonight. But I think
it goes one of two ways. We're either after we do Wednesday's call, we'll chat afterwards and then go, we should get that person in. Cool, done, book it, done. So we're either a full week in advance or it's Tuesday and we're calling around going, hey.
So if you get the call on Tuesday, it's because we really have had busy weeks in our main jobs, and we'll put it down to that, right?
Yeah.
All righty. Next question. What do you hope viewers get out of the roundtable each week? And there's a bit of a subtext to this. And do you think different people, whether they might be consumers or people working in on-premise or off-premise locations, what do we hope they get out of the stream each week?
I was pretty, when we first all started talking about this, I was pretty adamant that I just wanted some fun. And I hope that's what it brings. Fun, engagement, meeting people in the industry, seeing, getting kind of more exposure for those little guys, the little distillers. But on the main thing is I just want some fun. Whiskey gets so serious sometimes. So for me, that's what I wanted it to portray. I wanted us all to, just have some fun, talk some shit, drink some good whiskey, and take the piss out of Matt Bailey.
Yeah.
When you get the opportunity. Yeah. You've got a spot right here, by the way. Just there.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think that's a very soppy answer, Alex, but it is true. I have the greatest job in the world, and the one thing I don't want to do is ruin it by making it too serious. So if some of that can come across, you're all based in different types of roles in the industry. What effect do you think this has on Roundtable? Aside from a lot of one-upmanship, presumably.
And quite a lot of fighting about topics as well.
Well, I think it's great because we all come from it from different angles, different areas that we understand. And so, Alex knows far more about the on-premise than the rest of us does. Matt Bailey knows more about standing up in front of a crowd and chatting shit than most of us do. I like spreadsheets. And I can do a PowerPoint when you need it. But
it's an Excel.
Exactly. There, we've got one. I think it's almost every aspect of the industry we've got an input for.
Yeah.
It's a very broad base, and it enables us to be able to cover a fair bit of each topic in different angles, which is really appealing, rather than it just being for people that are really good at on-prem, or for ambassadors, or for retailers or anything like that. It's or for wholesalers, whatever. It's very diverse, which is why it all brings something a bit different to Roundtable.
And one of the things that was really cool was, I think it was Sydney Whisky Forum. We did a fight night that was the four of us. We called it Whisky Roundtable Fight Night. And there were four very different opinions, and then some ganging up on either sides that happened. And I think that's quite entertaining for everyone, as it gives both sides. It's not just a one-sided view towards different topics on whiskey.
Let's not talk about fight night. Some points were had, some points were lost, and we're just going to move on.
We drew first. You can't celebrate.
Yeah.
I gave you 3 points.
Oh.
Move on.
Do you have any big plans for the future of the series? We've been talking about some pretty big guests. No one's replied to our emails or Instagram DMs, but we do have plans.
Yeah, it's also some big names locally that I'm talking to that aren't necessarily directly involved in whiskey, but have a relationship in the whiskey industry in a different way that I'm looking forward to having a chat with as well, which is great.
Also, we're going to have a bring your mum to work day. So all of our mums are going to come on because, Vicky Dahlenburg, star and most highly commenting member of our audience.
Very highly commenting.
So bring your mum to work day as well.
Yeah, and see, that's a good example of how Whisky Roundtable, topics and direction are done, because no one else had heard about that before 20 seconds ago. Look, yes, we do, but having fun is the key thing, I think. So whatever we do in the future will be based around having fun and that sort of thing. The final question is, anything else to add? The thing I'd like to add is, it's unbelievable that we got this done in about 10, 12 minutes. I don't know what's happened. This is who are these people and what is this roundtable?
We're better at talking with other guests than talking about ourselves, surely. But
well, clearly, the team meeting worked really well then, because we were we've got to keep it short and sweet. So
awesome.
No,
anything you'd like to add?
I just thank you for everyone who's watched and
Holy shit.
And just the fact that people are interested in this concept and want to ask us questions about it, I think is testimony to the fact that it's working and it's good fun.
Yeah.
It's
good fun.
Yeah, I think from where we started, from a text and a board night, when I kind of really wanted to be sipping a Guinness and having a whiskey, it's kind of weird to think that that's where we've got to, and this is now our week. So yeah, it's bizarre but great fun.
I think we're 18 weeks in now, and for the life of me, we lost count. We'll just say 18. For the life of me, I did not think it was going to end up going this long. Not because it wasn't great and so much fun, but just because I thought we'd all probably all peter off, because we've all got pretty big jobs.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that we just keep coming together each week has just been so much fun. I cancel all Wednesday plans now, and I'm like, nope, Wednesday's roundtable. Sorry, can't do that. So, I'm incredibly grateful. I've met some amazing people. I didn't meet, for example, the Atwoods. I hadn't met the Atwoods from last week. Now got a total girl crush. So there's so many wonderful people we've met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And email us or DM if you want to come on the show.
Yeah.
Slide into the DMs.
Slide into the DMs. That's how it works.
It's the only time I'll give permission.
Finally, for me, thank you, Bridie from National Liquor News, for asking us these questions. And I do apologise at this mess of transcribing that you just inherited. But thank you for reaching out. We appreciate it.
And can't wait for the Alias to come back.
Yeah.
Yes. 3 out of 5.
You'll slide from 25% to 20. Is that what you?
Who's keeping count? Who's keeping count?
I just want the fun. Like, it's just such a fun party.
It is, definitely.
Yeah. I'll just scratch my neck here, and I'll see you all later.
Transcribe that.
Yeah. On that note, definitely we're out.